Hi, everybody. Bill Noble here from Token Metrics with our special Women in Crypto series. All right, so we have a unique offering for you today. There's 10 women in crypto, and we have 6 of them, and they all work at Token Metrics. So if you want to hear and you want to learn about, what women experience, how they've learned in crypto, right? And you're new to crypto and you're like, oh, I got to watch this video because I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Well, you won't be after you listen to these top professionals in the crypto business. Friends, welcome.
Thank you, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hi there.
Bill.
All right, so let's go through the round robin. All right. Nobody wants to go first. So I'll have Lexi go first because Lexi is super brave. Maybe we'll get into that later. Lexi, tell them who you are.
Thanks for that wonderful introduction, Bill. My name is Lexi, and I work for HR at Token Metrics. Previously, the reason Bill thinks I'm so brave is because I had the amazing opportunity to serve in the United States Army. At Token Metrics, my job is to take care of our greatest asset, our employees, and I absolutely love it. Thank you, Bill.
All right. Favor, what's going on? You're chief of staff of Token Metrics. You're definitely sporting a blazer. Tell them who you are. Tell them where you are.
I'm currently located in the UK right now. I joined Token Metrics as an intern back in 2020. And when I finished, I was given a job offer to join Token Metrics team. And since then, it's been absolutely wonderful working with this great family here in Token Metrics.
Right. Now ask yourself this question. Why is Favor the chief of staff? Well, Favor, why don't you tell them? So let me get this straight. You were studying and you decided to get an internship at Token Metrics because you didn't have enough work to do. What were you studying?
So I actually was doing my doctorate. I obtained a doctorate in chemical engineering from the University of Portsmouth here in England. My thesis was on intelligent prediction and decision making. So that's what led me into this role.
All right. And then how much work did you do to get our crypto book out, the crypto investing guide? Was that like a casual afternoon or tell me about that?
It was just a swift walk in the park overnight. Right. No, tons of work, tons of effort from everyone in the company. I really applaud everyone in the company because they did put in a lot of effort to actually get the book out. And if you've not gotten the book, I would say, please go to Amazon. We have it in print, audio, and ebook version. So go copy now.
Right. The crypto investing guide. Honestly, I know how much work Favor did on it. Believe it or not, every time I see the book, I think of Favor. That's how much she made it happen.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, we'll come back. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's go to Nancy. Nancy, I know you're kind of you might be an altcoin tell us about it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thanks, Bill. So I'm Nancy, and I am Chief of Staff at Token Metrics Ventures, which is a new crypto hedge fund that we launched earlier this year. Been with the company since June. And basically, I'm responsible for managing the operations for the fund, and that entails everything from, has included recruiting, onboarding investors, dealing with the legal team, managing relationships with our business partners. And every once in a while, I get to help out the research team, and that's very rewarding for me. So, and I have really been fortunate because before I was in this role, I was in HR, and I had the opportunity to work with everybody here as well as everyone in the company. So I'm excited to be here today, Bill.
All right. Yeah, no, thanks for joining us. All right. Now, everyone, Sarah, your big day on camera. Tell them who you are.
Thanks, Bill. So hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. I work as the marketing associate at Token Metrics. I joined the team summer 2020. I joined as an intern, and I absolutely love working here, just as Favor has mentioned. And after that, I got a return offer. I joined as a full-time employee, and yeah, I love working here.
All right. Little did you know out there in YouTube world that when you hit the like button, someone's actually keeping track of that. Somebody goes, hey, we got 472 likes. So Sarah counts your votes. So please hit that
nobody
like button.
hates like for sure.
Right. Daisy, hi, welcome to the show. Tell them who you are.
Hi, Bill. Hi, guys. I'm Daisy. I am a business development intern, and I joined earlier this year in January 2022. And I definitely enjoy my time being here. I actually work cross-functional, so I also work for Sarah under her marketing analytics team, and also I work under Zaying for his operations stuff as well. So that kind of gives me a sense of like how the business functions and how the corporate actually runs. I really enjoy this experience. Prior to joining Token Metrics, I studied economics in my undergrad, and now I'm currently a master's student studying business analytics. So definitely putting my knowledge into use here.
All right. Well, you know what? We're very happy to have you at the company and on the show.
Thank you.
Daniela, hi. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm on mute because I'm old school. And I am old school,
right.
And Bill can relate to that. I am old school because I have been in financial services since, over 25 years. Long term, longer than many of our interns have even been alive, potentially. I have been in financial services and can appreciate also all of the fantastic work that Bill does from an analytics standpoint every day on our market update that he does.
All right. Well, are you? Yeah. Are you? I mean, what department are you in?
I am Chief Marketing Officer, so CMO here at Token Metrics. And I have the pleasure of working with Sarah and Daisy and even Favor on a regular basis. And I pull in Nancy and Lexi into some of our projects on a regular basis also, and love that. But yeah, that's what I do on a regular basis.
All right. Well, it's fun to have you on the show. So if you're out there and you're looking to look up to some women in crypto, look no further. Okay. Look no further because, Daniela is in a really important role because the foundation of all business is sales. That's what my father used to tell me. Right. So, we can build the greatest gizmo in the world, but if we can't get it out the door and sell it and market it.
Sure.
So, Daniela is right there at the point where, we make money as a business. So if you're out there, you're a college student, you're studying marketing, and you're like, hey, what do successful women in crypto look like? Well, I got them right here. All right, now let's see who's up next. Wow, I've got this like 5-page sheet here, right? Nancy, you want to tell them? You want to start by putting everybody at ease by telling them like what happens when you either make money or get wrecked in crypto, right? Like tell us. Do you got any stories for us? Because everyone out there watching this is like, ooh, I don't know about this crypto thing. Or they're going, gee, I made an investment, didn't work out. So Nancy, help us out.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to start with a story about an investment that didn't quite work out because I think there's a lesson to be learned there. And that is about a year ago, I got into a low cap project, and within a few weeks, it did a 30x. And I thought, all right, this is it. I am this sophisticated crypto investor. I'm the next, Ian Bellina. I'm going to make millions and retire. And sure enough, greed took over and I did not sell. And greed is a very real thing. You have to watch out for it. And I watched that project crash and burn. It's been over a year. It did not recover. But the lesson that I learned here is that you have to take profits. You have to pay yourself. It's really important to do that. It's easy in theory, but in practice, like I said, the greed takes over. You have to have a plan. You have to remember, hey, you made a good decision. You have to reward yourself and remember to take those profits.
All right. Excellent. Thank you for that. And I know that everyone out there watching is going to be really grateful that you told that story. Because one thing, if I could bring a message to my daughter or bring a message to women in crypto, is that, what? Crypto is weird. Crypto is male dominated. There's just a lot of men in crypto, but that doesn't mean that you out there cannot learn, how to take risk, how to deal with volatile markets, how to win, how to lose, right? And how to eventually be a winner long term. The people that you're watching on this show, they're doing it. They're doing it for a living, which means I hope they inspire you, because I know Nancy inspires me. I was like, wow, Nancy knows how to open up a Polkadot wallet. Do I know how to open up a Polkadot wallet? Seriously, right? So not everybody on this call knows this, but I actually get inspiration from each of them. So, Sarah, I know you were hoping to introduce yourself and not talk for the rest of the show, but tell us about marketing analytics. Like, tell us what happens. Tell us how you analyze a live stream. Like, I start talking and then you can break it down how, the wavy little curve that you label. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So it's actually a very interesting topic. Like, there's a lot to talk about. And first, like, the wavy curve you mentioned is like the engagement. So basically, like, during the live stream, we would actually see, like, during the whole show, how people are engaging, meaning that if people, like, they rewind or rewatch a certain type of thing like several times, then it's like basically the content is great. People love it. And sometimes at the middle term, sometimes if the like sound quality is not good, or if we spend a little bit too much time here and there, then the engagement may drop a little bit. So studying that really helps us to understand how like better we can structure our content firstly, and then like what are people mostly interested in learning about. So then we can start to create more content, more episodes on the topics that our audience are actually interested to learn. So yeah, this is like what we do for the YouTube.
Excellent. We appreciate that. Yes. YouTube analytics is a big deal. Daisy, business development in crypto, like, old guys like me think business development is like a landline telephone and a phone book where you're calling people trying to drum up business. I know it doesn't work that way in crypto. So why don't you tell us how it really works?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I'll give an example of one of the most recent campaign and projects I've been working on. It is the Valentine's Day campaign. For example, we did many email campaigns, including targeting people who might be interested in crypto and giving out our merch, and also giving out info on our products to tell people, oh, hey, there is this thing available. And with this Valentine's Day specialty, you can give your loved ones something in return. And that's definitely a very interesting project. I also did many analysis with Sarah on the traffic and also how the performance of our projects have been. And with that, we're able to generate insights about how to deliver more valuable lessons or like more valuable episodes and contents to our customers.
All right. Well, that's a great answer, because let me translate that out there. Let me tell you what she just said. She's like, I'm new to crypto and I am working hard to come up with ideas for you, our readers and listeners. Okay. And she's learning her way into business, right? So I know you wanted to go last on everything, but let's talk about the business, AKA Wall Street, AKA legacy. Daniela, do you remember your first job or internship at Wall Street? Can you tell us anything about what it was like to be a woman in Wall Street? And we won't say the year, but is there anything you could tell us about your first jobs, internships?
Oof, ouch. Yes, we could talk about that. So my very, very first internship was at a company that probably most people, minus you, Bill, don't even know about anymore. Bear Stearns. So I had a 3-year internship with Bear Stearns. My final year was actually with the mortgage-backed securities area, which, if anyone is familiar with what actually transpired during that time, that department was one of the reasons why we don't hear about Bear Stearns anymore.
So you have a firsthand experience with getting wrecked.
Oh, you have no idea. Yes. Super wrecked. And bringing it a little bit closer to home, the financial crisis between 2007 and 2008, also known as the subprime mortgage crisis. Daniela lived through that. The 2010 flash crash, lived through that. August 2011's markets fall like crazy town, sell-off that happened between, let's call it 2015 and 2016, the whole market sell-off in the middle of that. And then not too far away from where we are today, the 2020 coronavirus stock market crash, also part of that. And all of those things led me to reevaluate what is going on in traditional financial services. And that is not where I want to be. I want to be in the front of this train, at the back of this train. And this front of this train is cryptocurrency and the crypto revolution. And that is where I want to be. Like Bill, that is why I am here today on the front of the train. And
right. That's what I'm talking about. Pro crypto. Nice.
So yes.
All right, Lexi, you served your country. If memory serves, you did like a kind of a vacation style thing at a base in Hawaii. Is that right? Or where were you again last time we talked about this?
Last time we talked about this. So I've served in Afghanistan. I've had the honor of serving in Korea and Kuwait as well. Funny story. We've all shared our first instance with crypto. And for me, that happened in 2008 in Korea. I will never forget. I was on duty and basically 24-hour duty, you're letting people in and out. But I was researching or playing around on Facebook, and here was information about Bitcoin. And this is the time where the MIT students got some to do things with. And my first thought was, there's no way this can be real. There's no way, this has to be something dealing with the black market. I, as a soldier, should never be affiliated with it. Right. And so that's kind of the consensus at that point. But there was a moment of intrigue for me, okay, so maybe not now, but this is very intriguing. So flash forward to 2019. This was my first actual, okay, I'm brave. I'm going to do this. The industry has grown so much. I follow a couple of people I started, so Bitcoin at that point was somewhere around 7,000. And biggest mistake, I did not buy it because there was no education available, right? And I felt that $7,000 for a whole Bitcoin was a lot of money for me. I would have invested half of that, but there was no education. It wasn't readily available. And so I made some little investments, but I could have, had I educated myself properly, I would have gone, I would have benefited. Largely. So when I began looking for a job this go round, I came across Token Metrics, and right away, I had to vet the company a little bit, and I came across Favor's efforts in that book. And that book broke down everything for me and made things make sense for the first time. So now I am learning and investing, and I'm so excited to be here. But if I had that book in 2008, things would have been so different. So for those of you out there that are watching and are still skeptical, guys, I can't stress it enough. The book is the light and the way to move forward in crypto.
All right, Lexi, we appreciate that. You want to talk about a pep talk? It's one thing to get a pep talk from a woman in crypto. It's another thing to get a pep talk from a woman in crypto who served her country in Afghanistan. Okay, not exactly a garden paradise. So if you're out there and you're like, oh my God, can I do this? Like I said earlier, these are the women to look up to. All right, Favor, let's go back to you. So you're a doctorate student. Like, how much sleep were you ever able to sleep working Token Metrics and getting a PhD at the same time?
Yes and no. So, yeah.
Yes and no.
I think
working
and schooling is really tedious. It's something that is mostly not talked about, but you need to probably be very much determined to be able to mix work and school together.
So let me ask you this. Do you think it's harder to work for a startup, or do you think it's harder to work for a big company? We'll throw that out there. Like what's your sense of that?
I think you have more opportunities working in a startup because you get to learn more skills and your skills are actually used up. So personally, I want a company where I would be able to, diversify myself in terms of, like, personally, I do technical writing, I do research, sometimes I'm a data analyst. So I really love my job role, and working in a startup gives you the opportunity to learn more. You have this opportunity to also grow. So that's why I would actually prefer to work in a startup than just, going into any other kind of industry. Yeah.
Interesting. So if you're out there and you're thinking about a startup, taking risk, maybe you're thinking about going full-time in crypto. I remember being on a show once, one of our private groups, somebody asked Ian Bellina, when the bull market was raging, should I leave my job to go full-time and study crypto? And I was actually surprised, right, when Ian Bellina said, not investment advice, not personal advice, but yes, you need the time to study crypto. So if you're thinking about studying, going to a startup, do it. Right? Now, if you're worried that you got to get a degree to understand crypto, that's not true. Okay? Token Metrics can help you because you can do it one step at a time. Nancy, do you have any advice for anyone out there who is looking to get into crypto, whether they're afraid or they're super enthusiastic? Maybe people are so pumped up, they're going to FOMO into XRP on their first day. What would you tell them?
Well, to go back to the story that I told earlier, there's a couple of things. You have to learn as much as possible. This space can be very overwhelming when you're new to it, and there's a lot of information out there. You have to be patient with yourself and just understand that. I think it's also important to take advantage of the resources that are out there. Lexi already talked about the crypto investing guide. There's also the Token Metrics platform. Here at Token Metrics, we've got in-house experts like Bill who are working really hard every day to put out content to educate people and make them, feel more comfortable with crypto. For me, I actually got into crypto in March of 2020, and it was during the COVID lockdown. So what happened for me is that I was home and my boyfriend was home, and he is a YouTube addict. So he was just playing like one crypto video after the other. And then at the same time, I was getting on daily calls with my business partner, and he started talking about crypto. And so I was hearing it constantly, like in my personal life and then professionally. And it was annoying. It was really, really annoying. And then both my boyfriend and my business partner, they both bought Bitcoin. And then I thought, okay, that's it. I don't want to be left out. So I bought Bitcoin partially to shut them up, and then partially because I didn't want to be left behind. FOMO is very real, and that set me on a new path. And it makes me think of something that I heard Bill say before I joined the company when I was following Token Metrics, and that was, if you are interested in crypto, make an investment, invest a small amount, and believe me, you will start to learn because you will pay attention to what's happening in the market. And then I remember Ian mentioned that Token Metrics was hiring. And even though I wasn't looking, I had my own consulting practice and I was pretty happy, but I was bored. And I was spending a lot of my free time just doing crypto research. And I thought, hey, why don't I just go full time? So I applied and here I am. And every day I'm learning something new. I know enough to be dangerous on a personal level, but now working with a hedge fund, I'm learning so much about what it takes, to be in crypto as an institution. And I'm very grateful for it.
Yes. Thank you for that. That was compelling. All right. Just let's throw out a quick trivia point here. The majority of female owners of crypto, they buy it and they hold it. It's called hodling. So they hold it, but in crypto, we change the spelling around because that's what they do in crypto. So it looks like female crypto holders don't panic. They hold their investments. 70% are hodlers, having acquired the assets, but they don't sell because they're investors, compared to 55% for the rest of the market. Okay. So not only are men annoying, but they panic, right? Right? They freak out, right?
They do.
That's why there's FOMO, fear of missing out, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I mean, does anybody, I'm going to throw this out there. Does anybody want to speculate as to what the crypto world would look like if instead of it being like, 80 men, 20 women or worse, if it was like 80 women, 20 men? Like if crypto was run by women, what would it look like?
I'm actually going to speculate. Bill, I'm going to throw my hat in here and I'm going to speculate for a minute. Women might be smarter from the terms of sensitivity and understanding, like when they walk into a room, like what is going on emotionally in this room, like who is cheating on who, what is happening. We know it all. Like we are good at that. Okay. I'm just going to say it. But in terms of from an investment perspective, there is no human being better than AI. And that's what we got with Token Metrics. So I would say we don't want to rely on anybody, male, female, otherwise. We want to rely on AI to make those decisions for us in terms of how quickly we can react to the market. And that is exactly what Token Metrics allows us to do. And so I would say, as much as I love all of our fabulous women on this call today, I would say I do not point to any of them, or even to you, Bill. I love you. I point to Token Metrics, our AI and our machine learning to tell me who I should be investing in.
All right. So I think the way I would rephrase that as crypto might be a much more, can I say, level-headed place. Also, I would think there might be a lot less scams.
Yes.
Yes, there would be.
Yeah.
Oh, are you saying women are scams? Because that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying there would be less scams in crypto.
All right.
If women were running the show. I got Lexi. I got head bobs going.
No. Don't be looking at Lexi for her head bob. I am looking at our AI to tell us what we're going to be doing.
I am with Daniela on the AI. I don't think there's. I like the sure thing, and the AI is as close to the sure thing as you're going to get. So I'm with Danielle on that one.
Well, Bill, can I just say?
Go ahead.
I was just
going to say,
please. I think that if the demographics were switched, I agree with you that there would be fewer scams, and we would see fewer meme coins. That's for sure.
Fewer meme coins, right? Right. In other words, go ahead.
And maybe not so many weird words like wrecked and hodl and frogs on social media. I think probably that.
And if we had meme coins, they would be cooler, graphically designed. I'm just saying, putting that out there. Just saying. They'd be more beautiful.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, it's marketing will package it up and make it look good. It's really funny too, because everyone's like, Bill, we're really nervous about talking on camera. These people are doing pretty good. I don't know about you folks, but don't go anywhere because it's going to keep getting better. So, Daisy.
Yeah.
You're going to go back to school, right? And you're going to sit around and look at a college campus, honestly. And are you going to sit there, are you going to feel like you know something that they don't because you know crypto, right? Are you going to be cooler with your friends? I mean, tell us how you think being an intern at Token Metrics might change your perspective or what you're interested in school or how cool you are with your compatriots. Talk to us about that if you can.
Sure, definitely. I feel like my perspective definitely have shifted and changed after joining Token Metrics. So honestly, prior joining to the team, I wasn't exactly sure like how crypto works and how it really like functions. And I decided actually I want to learn more about this field, which is honestly the reason why I started to research and then found Token Metrics. And after joining the team, like everyone is so fabulous and seems to be so knowledgeable. So I started to like learn from everyone I'm surrounded by, and definitely have changed my view of crypto. I feel like this is kind of the future of financial freedom. And honestly, after joining the team and like looking out to crypto myself, I realized a few of my classmates are actually trading in crypto as well. So not sure if I'm cooler than them, but I think we're a pretty cool bunch of people. So yeah, I feel like especially Gen Z, there are much more people trading in crypto than I have previously imagined, which is, I think, makes absolutely sense because the younger generations tend to be more risk taking, and also we're more tolerant to those kind of volatility in the market because we're just young and bold, I guess. Yeah, so I feel like definitely have shifted from my perspective.
Right. Gen Z in the house, people. Gen Z in the house. Gen Z, come on over to crypto. Come on over to Token Metrics. Come on with us. We'll help you out. So, Sarah, I know that you work remote, and you work in a WeWork, and you're the only person there in crypto, right?
Oh no, not at all.
All right.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we go to WeWork, and it's like we have a company pass, meaning that we can go to different locations. And right now, I'm working in New York City, so I've tried different locations, WeWork places, and I'm really surprised and amazed to find out that sometimes when I just talk to my colleagues, we I would say raised our volume a little bit. And then after a while, like people next to sitting next to us will be like, "Oh, are you guys in crypto? Like, hey, this is what we are working on." Like, it's very, very common to find like other people that working in crypto. And sometimes we're like, "Yeah, we actually have like job openings. Would you be interested to check it out?" So it's very fun, and it happens at multiple locations. So it's a thing very cool to experience.
Excellent. All right, folks, when I was a kid, right, I used to collect baseball cards. And one of the coolest baseball cards you could get is the Future Stars card. Guys who are either into minor leagues or just came up. And you're watching this show, and if you're still watching it, you don't realize what you're seeing. You're looking at the future stars of crypto. Not just the future stars of crypto women, but the future stars of crypto, period. Right? This video will live on. 5 years later, it'll be like, oh my God, we can go see Favor and Sarah and Daisy and Lexi. Wow, they're on this video. Oh my God, you got to check this out to see where they were when they started 5 years ago, right? Because there's a lot of female influencers out there right now that they started where you started, with this video, with a book, right? How did they learn? Well, slowly, right? Like Nancy said, right? They just took the lead. So, Favor, one day, right? Can you see yourself running a crypto company? Can you see it yourself running a division for Token Metrics? Like what's your crypto dream? I mean, is it a Lamborghini? Like, do you have a crypto dream?
Personally, I see myself hopefully one day, leading a company. I hope that sometime in the future I will be able to leverage all the skills that I've gained from Token Metrics and, actually lead a company. I think that more women need to get into tech and finance. I think we need to remove our mind from any limitations or patterns. For centuries now, women have taken a backseat in like financial decisions. And I think this is changing. And there's no better time for women to be more invested in new ways to actually acquire knowledge and gain financial freedom. I also like to say that women shouldn't be scared of failing. You fall, you stand up, you continue. We shouldn't be scared of failing. We should take more risk. We should be confident in our abilities, be more realistic. We should set like realistic expectation, realistic goals, and then allow ourselves to evolve through the learning process.
You know what? I can't possibly say anything that would be better than that. In other words, before she said that, I said, you know what? Favor could be the prime minister of the UK. I would vote for favor for 10 Downing Street. Now, I don't get to vote, even though my grandmother was from England. But that is like prime minister level action that you just heard right here from Token Metrics. Okay. Now, I know nobody wants to follow favor. I don't even want to follow favor after that. That's how tremendous that was. But let me open up the floor. Like, I don't know. Have you ever been treated badly? How did you recover? Right? In other words, have you ever been disparaged?
Yes.
I don't know, in the business world, right? And how did you pick yourself up? How did you deal with that?
So I'll speak to a generation which, thank the Lord, none of the people on this call have been part of. I'll be the old lady. But I grew up in traditional financial services, and traditional financial services meant women were really not accepted. And when I started out as an intern in, as I mentioned earlier, at Bear Stearns. And for anyone who completed $1 million deal, which at the time was a big deal, this goes back many, many years, what would happen is you managed to secure $1 million deal, you got your tie cut. Well, guess what? Women don't wear ties. What the? So when I was working at Bear Stearns, and we had a woman who actually achieved that wonderful status of getting $1 million deal, she had to actually go out and buy a tie, put it on, figure out how to tie that tie, and have that tie cut. So whatever that cost was for that tie, she had that tie cut so she could represent with everybody else for that $1 million deal. And that is one example of how women were not included, and yet how amazing women stepped up and overcame that limitation and made it happen anyway. And that is one of the things that I love, not just about our industry, but about women across the globe, is that they don't stop. They keep going. They keep pushing through, and they keep finding a way to represent and to be amazing. And that inspires me. So
that's excellent. Right. Always remember, folks, it's not how hard you can hit. It's how hard you can get hit and get back up again. Seriously. So for everybody out there who's been disparaged, for everybody who's out there going, wow, I don't know if I can do this based on past experience. Yeah, you can do this. And you're looking at people who have done it, both in life and in crypto. So Lexi, let's do the last word. You were in the Army, you were in Afghanistan. I'm guessing that once bullets started flying, nobody cared what race, creed, color, gender, orientation you were. It was just, us fighting against bad guys, right? Can you add do you have any color to add to that?
Well, the military, as you guys may already know, is a predominantly male world. And so females have to work 10 times as hard. There are so many instances where we get looked over. One of these instances actually happened in Afghanistan, as you mentioned, where I was looked over for promotion because the man who made the decision didn't like me because I was a woman. There was no other reason. My scores excelled against the guy. Like in the military, it's very calculated. So you have numbers, and your number is this, and this person's number is this. And so he did not recommend me for promotion. And I am not the kind of person to take something laying down. I believe that quiet women don't make history. So for that reason, I decided that I was going to utilize the military's open door policy, and he would need to explain to me the rationale behind his decision. And I mean, it was difficult because I think as women, we're emotional. And in those types of situations, the composure that is necessary is difficult for us. But I'm happy to say I made it. At the end of the situation, I did ultimately get the promotion because his reason just had no basis. But I think as women, whether we're women in the military or women living our daily lives, we are always going to be met with obstacles. It is imperative that we give it everything we got. And when we get knocked down, we get up, we take a moment, and we go right back at it, because that is what women have been doing for centuries, and that is what we must continue to do.
Go girl.
Excellent. Yes, right on. All right, folks, here's another idea. Here's something for you to consider. So you've heard some interesting stories. You've heard how, women don't always get treated as they should, right? So if there's men out there listening to this, all right, we want you to remember something. I want you to remember something, right? There is no, us against them in crypto, within crypto, right? Everyone in crypto is your friend, right? Now, crypto has a little rivalry with legacy. Okay, fine. But when you're in crypto, we're all together, right? And if you don't know why you should get into crypto and you don't understand the finance, well, that's okay. Because in crypto, it's crypto family. That's what we say at Token Metrics. And I actually think that's true for the business as a whole, right? And today, right, my colleagues at Token Metrics have been kind enough to share their stories with you, right? And I hope that those stories inspire you to get into crypto, to get up after you've been knocked down, right? To say, you know what? I can do this. Also, to encourage someone else, right? So if you know you can do it, encourage somebody else.
We're definitely speaking to the women out there who are amazing and smart and who can invest and everything else. But there are an incredible amount of women out there who are using today crypto as a way to overcome challenges within a male-dominated, male-constrictive environment where they have no autonomy from a financial perspective. And I just want to give a huge shout out to those women who are using crypto as a way to circumvent those challenges from a cultural perspective. Please go for it. We're here to support you and we love you. And that is what crypto can do for the world. There are over 3 billion people unbanked today who can benefit from cryptocurrency, and those are the people that we want to empower. And so I just want to say, go girl for that. So thank you. And thank you, Bill, for doing this interview with us.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Frankly, you guys did great. Right? This video will live on. All right. So with that said, that's it for today. I'm your host, Bill Noble from Token Metrics. We will see you soon.
See you.